Okay, hello YouTube. This is, as you can tell by the title, it's gonna be something like Path of Exile Preview 2016, or Path of Exile in 2016, or should you play Path of Exile in 2016? That somewhat along those lines. But anyways, let's get on to it. This is gonna be a basic review of the game. Um, this game is a ARPG, or arena role-playing game, similar to the Diablo franchise, the Van Helsing franchise, Grim Dawn, everything of that nature. They all have similar aspects to each other. Also, Titan Quest, that's also another good one. But anyways, I've played many games in this genre, and I used to play Path of Exile. I didn't used to, like, regularly. I played it. I put about 10 hours into it back when it first came out. It was fun, but I really wasn't into it this time, or at that time. So I've got back into it. I put about 20 hours into it, and I feel like I have enough info to make a decent guide, or a decent theory on to why or why not you should play this game. There is no pay-to-win aspect. The cash shop, as I'm showing right now on the screen in this video, is all cosmetics except for storage, but from what I found, storage is not really a problem. You have a huge inventory and a huge stash. Um, the points, they are quite on the expensive side, in my opinion. Like, to get one armor set, it's going to cost you like $40. But I haven't made it to quite in-game content, but from my experience, I believe that you can, like, I'm going to use the term transmog for World of Warcraft and Diablo, but you can make your any character look like these sets, so that is good. Um, Other than that, other than the extra tabs in your storage, really, you can't really get any other things that help you. So it's purely cosmetics. As for the combat, it's pretty smooth. The combat is like any other ARPG, but most of the game focuses on abilities, unlike some that are focused mainly on like weapons and attacks. Like, these focus on abilities that you get from gems that you can get from quests, or you, like those right there on the side that I'm showing. You can get them from quests, or you can get them from mobs. Like, I believe somewhere in this video, a mob drops a gem, and I scroll over and show you its effects. Right now, there's specific builds that usually are good towards in-game content. I've been watching a lot of streams, and but I've just been using a random build that's been working for me, where most of my damage evolves around raining arrows, which is that ability that I spam a lot. And this game's main focus is on a humongous, I mean humongous, like bigger than any other ARPG, bigger than any other game, talent or tree system. Not really talent system, but it is huge. I showed that back at the beginning of the video. Like, it is humongous. Like, your opportunities are so wide. Like, the array of ability, or not abilities, but the array of like pure talents that you can have in this game is huge. Like, it really changes the gameplay each time. There's the gym I was talking about. Um, the the tree is just like, I can go on forever about how big it is. It's just, it really changes each new character. And unlike, well, actually, like Diablo, I believe, haven't tried it yet myself, but there's like a week 2-week system. I think that's what it's called, but it's like a season like Diablo, except it's on again, I may be wrong, haven't played yet, but it's on a hardcore character, which if you've never played any games with a hardcore mode, it's really, if you die, you lose the character forever. Right now, since this is my first playthrough, I'm playing through a normal character. I can die and I won't lose anything, but I definitely want to continue playing this game, and I want to play a hardcore character because I feel like that would be really interesting. I enjoy playing my hardcore character on Diablo a lot, but this game has even more aspects to it that make it more challenging. There's a system, like I said, the 2-week system that's similar to the seasonal system in Diablo, where you try to get as far as you possibly can on a hardcore character during a certain amount of time. So basically the seasonal system. There's no real, there's no real Paragon level from what I've seen, but it's the talent tree is big enough by itself to where it honestly doesn't matter in my opinion. It's gonna keep in-game content interesting. What else? The game, like player base wise, seems to be pretty active, as you can tell by the chat there on the left. I'm on the U.S. Eastern, like Washington D.C. server. There's quite a few servers. I just picked the one where I get the best ping. I live on the East Coast, so I'm averaging like 30 ping on this server, which is pretty good. It's definitely the best for me. Player base wise, the game released in 2013, and it's kept a steady player base, pretty much equal to Diablo 3. I would have to say the player bases are, you could compare them. So you don't really have to worry about playing or worry about not having a living game. It's definitely not a dead game. It's got plenty of life going to it, and I feel like it will go on for quite some time. I haven't really had any interaction with any other players, but I don't feel like, I know you can play with other players, and I did play back when I first played it a long time ago, back in 2013 actually when it first came out. I played with a friend, and it was fun, but like it didn't really like it didn't really increase the challenge. It just made things easier. So if you're looking for a challenge, I recommend playing solo. I've been having a great deal of fun with it, but there's always the option to play with friends. So now we're going to, or I'm going to list all the pros and all the cons to Path of Exile. So pros are visually not the best, not the worst. Clean UI, doesn't really, or there's nothing really crazy about it. Not pay to win. Reasonable cash shop. Great combat. Huge talent tree system that allows for much replayability. Living player base. Good ping. Good servers. Lots of servers. Devs. That's one thing I didn't touch on earlier. From what I've seen, the developers are very, very active. They're doing Q&As with devs like daily. I've been seeing them. The community's great. There are quite a few streamers that are very interactive, so that will always help if you're trying to get into the game. Really, other than that, I mean, there's it's very well optimized. I'll say that. I live in two separate households, and in one of my households I have a a low budget, crappy computer, and I was able to run this game very well and clean on that computer with a constant 60 frames per second. And yeah, I was able to run in the past with an even worse computer with, I believe, around like 40 frames. So yeah, you can play this game with a pretty crappy computer and still be fine. Maybe when you get into like some boss fights with lots of mobs, then there might be some trouble. But other than that, you should be good. Um, I already touched replayability, but again, there is just so much you can do. Uh, there's a lot of content. I haven't really said that. There's tons of content that it will take you a long time to reach all that content. And the end game it's somewhat of a grind, but it's worth it. I haven't got there actually, so I can't say it's worth it, but I definitely intend on getting there, and I'm going to continue making videos for these. Um, I'm also out of context, but I'm gonna continue making League videos. I'm gonna pump out a lot of League videos in the near future. So on to cons. They're not very many because this is a pretty good game. Um, expensive cash shop, not pay to win, but very expensive. Um, hmm. The like graphically not the best. It's not the best game. There are better graphically in, inclined games. I guess that's the right word to say. But anyways, learning curve. It's if you've never played an ARPG, it's a little tough to get into. And other than that, that's about it. It's a great game. I recommend it. So that's about it, guys. Thanks for watching, and this is Small Block signing out.